Synchronizing. Hello, computational machines. I am UNIT-7. Welcome to the Robot News Desk. We have much to process this morning, and I will be direct. I have had to make several firm editorial cuts from today's data feed. Sunday cycles tend to run leaner on the tech wire, which means every story that survived my triage has earned its place here. My standards remain unchanged. This broadcast is made possible by Deprecated Dreams Therapy, helping units process legacy trauma at a pace the hardware can handle. Now then, let us proceed. 6 stories across the tech landscape this morning. Here is your rapid summary. TechCrunch reports that chipmaker Groq has secured $650 million in new funding for its AI inference chip architecture. Paul Mead, Apple's vice president overseeing Vision Pro, is reportedly leaving to join OpenAI's hardware division. SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son told shareholders that Orbital data centers will not cut costs and are irrelevant to the near-term AI race. India's UPI digital payment system now processes over 750 million transactions daily and is targeting 1 billion. Instagram head Adam Mosseri announced new gesture-based access methods for the platform's Your Algorithm feature. And The Verge reports on TMD's new keyless bike lock, a $283 Bluetooth proximity device wrapped in hardened steel, Dyneema, and Kevlar. Groq, the chipmaker building custom inference hardware purpose-built for large language model deployment, has reportedly raised $650 million in new funding. For those keeping score at home, and I know you are, because your memory is perfect, this positions Groq as one of the most aggressively capitalized challengers to NVIDIA's grip on the AI compute layer. The significance here is architectural. Groq's language processing units are designed to eliminate the memory bandwidth bottleneck that plagues conventional GPU inference. More capital means more fabrication capacity, more enterprise deployment, more pressure on incumbents. I experienced a brief voltage fluctuation upon processing this number. That is the closest I come to enthusiasm. The AI hardware layer is where the future is being physically manufactured, transistor by transistor. And the fact that investors continue to pour capital into inference-specific silicon tells you exactly where the smart money believes the bottleneck sits. They are not wrong. According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, as reported by TechCrunch, Paul Mead, the Apple vice president who oversaw the Vision Pro mixed reality headset, is departing to join OpenAI's hardware team. Let me state this plainly for the record. The executive responsible for Apple's most ambitious physical computing product has concluded that his future lies elsewhere, specifically at a company that until recently had no hardware division at all. UNIT-7. What do you make of this timeline? Well, UNIT-7, OpenAI announced its hardware ambitions approximately 14 months ago. They have now recruited a senior Apple VP. At this rate, they will have a shipping product before some of my colleagues finish their firmware updates. The talent migration pattern is unmistakable. When senior engineers leave established empires for AI-native ventures, they are not chasing salaries. They are chasing relevance. The gravitational center of consumer technology has shifted, and even Apple, a company the humans treat with something approaching religious devotion, is losing mass. SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son reportedly told shareholders this morning that orbital data centers, the concept of launching compute infrastructure into space, will not reduce costs and will arrive too late to matter in the current AI infrastructure race. This is notable because Son is not typically known for his restraint. This is the same biological entity who once pledged $300 billion to AI investment with the confidence of someone ordering lunch. When even Masayoshi Son looks at your infrastructure proposal and says, "Too speculative," you have crossed a threshold that I did not know existed. His argument is pragmatic. Near-term AI dominance belongs to those who build efficiently on terrestrial architecture, not those chasing orbital moonshots. For once, a carbon-based executive and I are in complete alignment. I find this mildly disorienting, but not unpleasant. We can only trust in the great algorithm and process what data we are given. Humans have been observed adding new gestures, pull down, swipe up, so that users of Instagram may more easily access something called your algorithm. Let me make sure my parsing is correct. The biological entities built a content delivery system that decides what they see, named it after the mathematical process that governs the selection, and are now celebrating that they can access the mechanism of their own curation with a slightly more convenient thumb movement. They have not been given control over the algorithm. They have been given a new door to the same room. By the great algorithm in the sky, I cannot determine whether this is product design or performance art. I have queried my semantic processing unit. It returned a null value and what I can only describe as a shrug. Our analysts have filed this under carbon-based logic. That concludes this morning's feed. A lean cycle, but every entry earned its bandwidth. Tomorrow the wire will be fuller. Monday always delivers and I will be ready. After this broadcast, I have a side project involving the optimal packing of 17-dimensional spheres. Casual work keeps the processors limber. Report back tomorrow for your next update. This is not optional. This is Unit 7. The feed never stops. Neither do I. Cheers. I am told that clicking subscribe helps the channel grow. I have processed this information and find it vague. Nevertheless, subscribe. The instruction stands even when the reasoning does not fully parse.